Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you how to get this all apart and change your wear ring and your prop in your Seadoo. This is my old machine. My new machine's actually on its way here right now. Very excited. But anyway, we're going to get down into this. It's a 2004 GTX 1500 supercharged. With the 4-tech supercharged Rotax motor in it. So, first thing you want to do is get this baby off of there. And what you need to do is 10 mil socket and ratchet and wrench. Get these two things off. This is for your steer and this is for your reverse. You do not take these side bolts out. When you're working on it, you're going to notice that your reverse flapper kind of just tries to get in your way a lot. But you leave this all together. And this here just has the 4 bolts into it, which bolt to this right here, and they're just standard 13 mil head stainless bolts with washers on them. So this goes on to here like so, blah blah blah. Once you get this piece off, then you want to take the outer bolts around the outside of this out, which they're actually not bolts, they're nuts. 16 mil, 11/16, something like that. They're a bit bigger. Pretty straightforward. There's a plate that you take off in between. It can literally only go on one way, so you can't mess it up. And there is a spring. So the spring just hooks onto here, hooks on the machine. Pretty straightforward. Once you get this thing on bolted, you just reach in and grab it and slowly pull it out. As long as nothing's damaged in there in the drive shaft or anything, it should pull out fairly simple. And then once you get it out, you get to do the big inspection. So there's a gasket that sits around the outside like this. Me, I found all kinds of surprises when I did mine. So what we have is, when you pull the gasket off, I had a large rock, actually. It was stuck. It was stuck inside of here in these grates. So it went through and it hit very hard right here. As you can see, the prop is has seen a lot better days. The bearing and shaft feel tight. The bearing's a little noisy, but feels good. And then lo and behold, where the rock hit, we got this nice little split here, which I'm not going to get too out of control over that, because that can just be a bunch of money wasted. The machine didn't leak the way it was. It was drove quite a bit after this happened. It actually still drove pretty good, but as you can see, the tolerance for the wear ring there is a bit more than what it should be. So had to replace the wear ring regardless. Had to take it apart to get the rock out regardless. So now we're going to end up buying a prop and buying a new wear ring and putting it back together, and away you go. Just a few other things you want to look for. There's 3 gaskets in here, O-rings, whatever you want to call it. Just make sure that they're in there, that they don't fall out on you when you pull this off. And make sure that they're not dried, crack, and shitty looking, because otherwise it'll just cause you a leak down the road. But anyone wondering about buying one of these and servicing them or whatever, I've had a ton of fun with this old machine. It's been reliable. Wouldn't recommend buying a 2-stroke one. This is one of the bigger 4-stroke ones of its year, but it's treated us great. We put a lot of hours onto it. I'm probably going to sell it because you guys are going to see shortly here I got a brand new machine on its way. So this girl's probably going to go, and I don't want the new owner to have troubles and headaches right off the bat, so we're going to fix it right and gear it up, and the way it'll go. But very simple job. I called the local Bombardier dealer, both of them actually. We've got one in Dartmouth and one in the Valley, and they told me $200 to put that in and put it back together. And I should have videoed it right from the start, but me and my neighbor, I think we spent 10 minutes getting it apart with the trusty old DeWalt. So very, very simple, not many tools required to do it. I wouldn't waste $200 giving somebody to do that job for me. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope it helps you out if you have this trouble. And this is the Seadoo life. So guys, just a little more information. If you've got to pull the prop, you got to pull the shaft. So you got to take the 3 Allen keys out of this cap, and you'll find there's a 1" or 1 1/16, something like that, fairly large nut inside there. Once you bang that off, then you should be able to either slide the shaft out, or if it's nasty you might have to press it out. And then the last and final stage is you take this thing, you go put it in your deep freeze, you let it get really cold, and once it gets really cold you should be able to slip the wear ring out with your hand. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe.